Hey, so just got done shaving my face. I'm gonna take a shower pretty soon. So let's see now. I don't know if I'm going to meet a quote. I'm either going to meet a entertainment quota or a quote unquote entertainment quota by saying at least one thing or one quote thing in this video. But yeah, okay. Alright, so it's been a while since I've recorded a vlog. For whatever reason, I haven't really felt like it to the point to get on here and do this. But today is August 2nd. Where are you, memory now? 2024. August 2nd, 2024. Yippee, you got it. You notice that my hair is longer since the last birthday vlog. Oh. Okay. Well, here I am. 29. What shall I call this? Should I call it time for 29 or time to leap into 29? I'll probably just call it time for 29. But if whatever gets it to temporarily change or permanently change to leap being put in the title. Right? So let's do this thing again where I recap some things of the year. Are you ready? I suppose I am. Okay. January, that's when the first part of my Wind Waker Let's Play is published. February, I'm not really sure what to say about that. March, I do remember being with one of my uncles and cousin, being in the car listening to some rock music and really getting into it. After we go to a restaurant, do I have to mention specifics? I don't know. April, you know what that's about. I didn't really look. Probably got some reflections for some things though. May was an interesting time for me because that's when the Paper Mario Thousand Year Door remake was released. And then, somehow, some way, shortly after that, during I think it came out in the earlier parts of the 20s of May, and then like somewhere into the mid to the later of May, I figured something out. And you can say coincidence, I think, no, let's talk about it. I figured out, especially modern musical releases, have the pitch of the audio raised by 10 cents higher than it really is, also known as plus 0.1 semitones. So, good news, it's not your quote-unquote dopamine. You do not necessarily have something fundamentally wrong with you. Because I know from reading things like, oh well, but people still enjoy other real life activities, and I won't say what those are. But yeah, I mean, you can figure it out. Of course, there's also a reason why you don't consistently feel what you feel. It's not necessarily because of dopamine, but because there's a thing called overall resonance that I call it. That is like the same way how mixing colors and make new ones work. Two frequencies equals a third one that neither of the first two can do by themselves individually. So, there you go. You're welcome. Feel free to watch my Luigi's Mansion analysis video for more detailed information. And now, let's, where am I on my track? Or the track that I'm trying to create, rather. Create in a way. Reconstruct. And then record it the way you want it. Okay, so... Alright, the thing about Vows in Your Door remake is that they've taken... So the OG Tunes badge is not exactly OG Tunes. I'll tell you why. Because of the industry or whatever process that takes the audio from its original form and raises it by 10 cents, making it no longer feel real under normal circumstances. I say normal circumstances because normal circumstances lack 439 hertz, which is an instantaneous way of feeling the real version, but then you also feel the industry up-pitched version at the same time. You are also welcome. Now, here's the thing with the Vows in Your Door remake. They took what was already 10 cented up for the GameCube original release. Then they imported that same thing. I believe this is what they did. They took that same already 10 cented up thing. They imported it into the remake. And then it went through another pass of the treatment, making it a total of 20 cents higher, which is no longer normally, under normal circumstances, head bobbable. So there you go. While the remake new music is only a total of 10 cents up. Because like I said, all these things get a round of it. They took 0, put it at 10, that's the new music, and then they take the old one, which already had a pass of it, and they gave it another, and now it's total 20. There you go. Okay, now let's move on to June. What's in June? Oh my goodness, I'm not really sure. There were some things. I guess it marks 1 year anniversary of me switching to distilled water and purified water instead of having tap. At least, for the most part, I would think. And then July. Oh boy. And I'm not talking about the 13th. I'm not going to say what that is in here. Not that they probably ban me for saying already known things, but still. And yes, I do have to.
Yes, I do have to talk like that. I wanna do some hopping, frequency hopping, for security reasons.
But okay. So, July 2nd, one of my uncles had a seizure. But as I record this now, last time I checked, he's doing pretty good, especially considering, I would say. Okay, and then July 8th had a certain kind of pizza from a certain kind of place, and then for over 2 weeks I felt on and off like hell. A certain type of hell that was a wake-up call for me, which led to me going into, in a lot of ways, survival mode, which then led me to listen to a lot of music over and over and over. And I consciously began to get a much firmer grip on something very important. The importance of repetition, which basically what I'm just going to try to make this quick. And that is, it's making more copies of the same thing. The reason why that's important is because when you remember something, you're not just remembering the music, you are also remembering the surrounding things that is happening. If you only got one copy of that instance, that's subjective. So what you can probably tell where I'm already going with this, but I'll say it anyway. The more copies that you have in your brain of that song, the more likely there's going to be at least one copy of it that's comparatively purified and isolated. So then you'll have that version to draw from. You're also welcome. And let's see what else happened here. What else happened here? I don't know, other than I didn't record any episodes for Let's Play for July 2024, which is the only month so far that I have not done that. Last year in 2023, it was August. So this year's blackout for recording for Let's Plays was recording wise would be July of 2024. 2023 is August. So it's kind of interesting. And but yeah, I would like to report that at least most of, if not pretty much all, although I do still feel some weird things, but I'm not sure if blah blah blah, different changes to things behind the scenes. Not going to get explicit about it on here because tube. Okay, and here we are in August, the quote-unquote dreaded time. Call it quote-unquote dreaded because I feel like, in a way, I feel like it's gotta be something and I don't want it to be too messed up, right? But at the end of the day, the reality is, after a while of having birthdays, I realized something that it is what it is. Just do the best of what you got. It's alright. And like I said, there's a lot of hidden value in what even that one YouTuber with almost no views is doing. You might not get it at first, but maybe when you look back, you'll pick up the hidden value. So yeah. So here I am, 29 years old. Yes, I'm still alive. As of right now. It is about to be less than a minute away from 3:35 a.m. And yeah. Thank you very much. And one more thing. And that is about that 10 cents and 20 cents off thing I told you about. If you wish to be a scaredy cat or a pizza boy in a gaming group that wants to basically tell me either, oh, it's pseudoscience, I appreciate the attempt, but it's pure pseudoscience, or so nothing truly changed, without providing anything to even try to even slightly attempt to refute what I'm saying, then you can go ahead and just be cute. And that might be fine in its own right, but I've got news for you, people with ill intentions. I have some bad news for you. Not for me. For you. And that is, I know how to unlearn and relearn. Hence what I was just saying about having purified, isolated copies of a song. So that way, I can draw that pure and isolated version in a pure and isolated environment and then reiterate it in different situations to further validate my already 100% factual point. I have already validated it. The reason why I tell you what I know is because I am interested in helping my fellow man. You want to go back to that one thing that I recorded where it has Splinter Cell visuals, where it says worthwhile? I'll quote some of it for you. And I'm going to do it off the top of my head. It's probably going to be like a tape player. You ready? Here goes. Is what I'm doing worthwhile? Is this sense of return all in my mind? May I walk away feeling as I contributed to others and then to myself. One second I look, I feel that nothing has changed. Then another second later, I question, is it in a form that I do not recognize? As such, now I will walk away. You have a good one. Take care. Love, Erwin Yo, also known as Sam Lambert.